Okay.
If you are an entrepreneur or a leader transforming your organization or simply fascinated by the Swiss-made entrepreneurial culture, the growth hacking culture is your go-to resource for actionable insights and inspiring stories. Learn from the best as we explore the challenges and opportunities facing Swiss businesses, uncovering the secrets to growth, innovation, transformation, and impact. And today, our guest is Henri Martin. And if you love butchering the French language, you can call him Henri Martin. Okay?
Yes.
He is a co-pilot of digital transformation for several CEOs and corporations around Europe. And something that is quite fascinating is that he has been an entrepreneur since 1989. That means that the guy has seen it all. So he has seen from where we come from in this small little Switzerland to what it has become today. Henri, it is a pleasure to have you with us. Michel, as usual, love
Thank you
you.
very much. So I'm
Thank
gonna fire
you.
the first question.
Thank
Henri,
you. Bonjour.
uh, bonjour. Henri, I mean, you've been an entrepreneur 11 plus 25, something like 36 years. I mean, clearly you cannot keep a job, right? This is where you started being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I can't keep a job. That exactly. I can't have a boss on top of me. Is that exactly the right answer? So yes, because I can't have a top boss with me, I am my own boss. Yes, I decided to be my own boss because of that. Actually, that's a trick. Yes, exactly. Mhm.
And yet despite the fact that you don't have a boss, I mean, the boss for you is the client. And
Yes, yes.
tell us a little bit, what is it that you do for those clients?
Well, what do I do for those clients? Basically, I help them because that's my main motive. I help people, to succeed in their business, to succeed in what they want to achieve. I'm a helper, yes, basically.
But you help with what?
Well, I help. Yeah, um, the question is, it's yourself. What do you need? What are you in search for? Of course, I work around digital transformation. The digital transformation back in the years when I started, it was about people, it was about tools. You would call that process as well. And all of that was, organization, reorganization, how to reorganize my company because I want to succeed. I want to make more money. I want to get new markets, new challenges. Basically, help me to achieve
Right.
that through technology, but also mainly through the human part, because it's people who move things, it's people who make things. Technology so far was a helper as well. And I would come and help them to that. Hmm.
He's
And
trying to make us fall in love with him when he says people, people, people. That's our thing. What the hell?
but tell us, Henri, I mean, so it sounds to me, it seems that you are an expert in change management and the tools behind it are just, there to be used, right?
If I can say that, or if you can say that, I'm not a change manager at all because I don't do analysis and things, the proper way. I mean, if you want to talk about change management in terms of standards like ProSci or others, I know about it, but I'm not 100% always behind the methodology or the standards. I use bits of pieces and things, together, depending
Right.
on the need, and I put them all together, but I don't follow the right path. I use some flexibility, and I don't take it for granted because it's written like this. You should do it like that. It's like when you learn how to drive. You have to stop traffic light if it's red. Of course, you've got different things like that that are compulsory. But otherwise, you have a style of driving. You have a style of taking the roads when you go to the mountains because you are used to the snow, you're used to rain, whatever. And once you know how to deal with things around yourself, with the context, the environment, whatever, then you can drive more in confidence. And if you are in confidence, then you just go, you just go to your point and you help. And that's why I'm not saying I'm a change manager, because I'm not really a change manager. I'm a driver, a co-pilot for those who want to get to a certain point, to a certain level. Yeah.
Henri, so you mentioned that the fact that everyone has a different style of driving. Is there a
Yes.
Swiss way of driving? When you compare yourself with, I don't know, with the Germans, with the French, how would you say that they behave when they are in front of a customer? What is the differentiation of an innovator, of an entrepreneur who is Swiss?
Well, I think that's something. I mean, that's probably something that comes from Switzerland or from the place where we are at the moment, because it's about culture. And culture is really the silent architecture behind every decision, every project. My culture, I'm from a Spanish background, but I'm in a Swiss environment where it's very strict, organized, whatever. And all the mixes of those cultures all together makes the richness, makes it the full flavor. The full flavor comes from the culture. And I'm not afraid of frictions. I'm not afraid of competitions or words or whatever, because that's my culture, And I think that's my forte as well, because I can easily drive through all the storms, whatever
Sure.
temperature it makes, 35 Celsius or whatever, because of that, culture, yes. And that's my big challenge. But that's my big forte as well. Yeah.
And your company is Damoa. Where are you located? Or do you have more companies? I'm sorry. Yeah. Maybe I missed a step.
A bank?
A bank? No, I don't have a bank. I don't have a Credit Suisse bank anyway. Account.
Nobody does.
Yeah, no advertising, please. Uh, no, my company, it's a limited company. It's called the Commercial Break, SA. And
Oh, okay.
we founded that company in 1988, 1989. We opened our first store in Lausanne. We were a franchise of the Body Shop. We founded our company with my partner at that time because we were doing what we call videos and all the editions of the music. We were music publishers for commercials, for jingles, and radio stations. And in fact, when you have a radio station who makes a pause, a break, we call it the commercial break. A commercial break, it's pause commercial. And therefore, we decided to call ourselves the Commercial Break because of that. And then came years after years, because I'm an entrepreneur, so I like to create new things. But I always created things under the same umbrella as a limited company. And in 2006, we sold our Body Shop franchise, and I decided to go into counseling, into conseil, a consultancy, and I decided to work on projects. But it's only 5, 6 years ago, a customer said to me, "Oh, yeah, it's not easy to say the commercial break. You work on projects, whatever, transformation, digital, whatever." He said, "You should call yourself DMOA, Digital Assistance Maîtrise Ouvrage," which is a French word for those who are in a conception or in the phase before you develop, before you realize, before you integrate, you do maîtrise ouvrage. So I use that, and since then I call my company who's really working through digital transformation, Damoa. Yeah. But basically, the Commercial Break SA, it's the umbrella company.
Thank you for that, because I was wondering, how did you come up with Damoa? What does it mean? So thank you so much for actually explaining that.
It's
Now,
crazy, yeah.
now you say that you are a pragmatic consultant to small, medium-sized enterprises.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I see logos of L'Oréal, the Body Shop, now you explain why, of a bunch of other Chase, Amadeus, which is the
Mm-hmm.
guys from the reservations of airlines,
Mm-hmm.
Nestlé, some pretty huge retailers in Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
But these are not small, medium-sized companies, are they?
No, they're not, but they might become smaller size companies in the future.
After you went through them, or what?
No, 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 no. I don't have that. I'm not pretentious like that. No, basically, it's because for a very long time, I've been working with large groups. I was lucky, to work for those large groups, large companies, and because I am a corporate guy, I did my apprenticeship in Nestlé. So from that time, I'm very, very confident. I'm very good in that kind of environment, when it becomes, multinationals. And I
Yeah.
was really less used to work with small, medium-sized businesses. But today, my objective and my aim is to help those who are not in the capacity of bringing so much contribution in money and resources, whatever, to also help them in their transformation. Digital transformation should be more open to any kind of small entrepreneur as well, not only for those who have the means, who have the large amounts of money, because everybody could be today using EI or any kind of CRM, ERP, whatever. Everybody is working with tools, and it's not the size that counts. Not for that anyway.
But
So yeah.
precisely, I understand that they need you, but
Mhm.
what is triggering you to be focused on them?
You mean on small size businesses?
Yes.
Because I think that today the world has. I mean, you see large groups or large companies being bankrupt. You see big names in fashion, big names in luxury brands disappearing, for example. And I think that there is I feel it. I'm not 100% sure, but I read about it. But I think there's a switch, or there is a transformation in our world where I think, and in Switzerland particularly, we have small companies, a lot of small, medium-sized companies. That's the main industrial economic tissue, and I think that's good to work with those people as well, because they need people like me, or they need like people like that can help in that
Mm.
uh, for them to succeed, and also for them to be the next generation, the next future. Not only those big large brands. Yeah.
Remember, Michelle, 1.5 million small companies of less than 200 employees. We learn it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's true. Yes.
Henri,
Yes.
tell me, so there is a lot of people talking about sustainability. So you hear it in
Mm,
the news. In Switzerland, everybody talks about it. There hasn't been so much progress on that since a couple of years. What is your
mm,
take on that? Your clients, do they
mm.
take it seriously? Do they care about it? Do they ask you to develop sustainable solutions? And I'm not talking about ecology. I'm talking sustainability
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
sense.
Well, if you're talking about, I mean, honestly, um, I sometimes wonder what the word even means anymore. Because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. If you are a large company and you need in your annual report to have that paragraph, sustainability with a big stamp, from a big four or whatever. It's good to show that to shareholders. It's good to. It's for me. It's political, and but in my field, or in the work I do, actually, for me, it's building things that last. Building things that last in terms of habits, practice, in terms of teams. I think that's sustainability as well. It's not just about cloud compliance or this or that. It's about sobriety, autonomy, and resilience, I think. I would say, in 3 words. And basically, especially how people work around it, anybody could do that sustainability work, or idea. It's also to reduce dependencies. I
Yes.
quite like to work with people, not to be dependent on one provider, on one technical solution, because when you see the risk that involves, it's how you mitigate the risk in between different solutions, applications. So that's also sustainability. It's not just technical,
Yeah.
but how things, how they think about it and how they operate it. So that's my idea, and that's how I work around that kind of word.
And who are the people that work with you, Henri? They are your employees, they are experts in their field that you call upon in several missions. I mean, how does Damoa do business?
Oh, we are kind of a, how do you call that? We are like a boutique hotel. So if you want, we are
Like in John
specialized.
Wick, like in John Wick, right? When they have the golden coin and
Exactly. Yes, I see what you mean. Yes. You're into movies as well, or into, yes.
when I get immensely bored, yes.
Uh, well, I mean, actually, we know what we do well, and we do it well, so we repeat it.
Right.
We don't do things like integration, infrastructure, or things that needs too much technology, too much complexity. I like to reduce complexity to simplicity. So if people want really to have complexity in terms of projects, I usually leave it on the side. I don't take it because we are a very small company. As we work, we are good in what we do, providing help for those who need to transform their company. But then when it comes to materialize and put things all together, we follow them, but we give it to somebody else to do it. So I don't work with lots of people.
Mhm.
I choose people I work with, and we go as a team together, depending on the customer, depending on the people, and what they want. Yes. So it's like a tailor-made. We know about the shape. We know about you want a suit. Okay, we can make a suit, but depending then on your size, on your if you're tall, small, whatever, we have to fit. Uh, so things are good together. Yes. Mm.
This sentence that you just mentioned, that people want to reduce complexity, they want to have simplicity. I have heard it very often, especially about the smaller size companies in Switzerland.
Mhm.
It's almost like they don't give a shit if you come with beautiful presentations or whatsoever. They want to understand for what they're paying for. So if you come with the complexity of a strategy consultant company, they
Yeah.
will say fuck off, basically,
Yeah.
because they
Mm.
don't care about beauty. They don't want just to pay for the sake of having a reputable company. They want value that they understand quick.
Yes. They want a quick result. They want quick answers. Basically, if you are pain in your hands, you want someone who's going to take away the pain. If you start presenting on a PowerPoint, 100 slides on how you're going to proceed to take away the pain from their hands,
Hmm?
they're going to kick you out because the pain is too much. So they can't wait for the 100 slides, to go away. So you need to be more quick. You need to be more straightforward. Go to the point, straight to the point. I would say we do that. I mean, myself, I do that because that's the way I work as well. I mean, I get bored easily when I've got to sit down and wait for the consultant to present myself a bunch of ideas and bunch of things. At the end, I don't even remember what he said at the first slide. So um, yes, it needs to be quick, it needs to be fast, but not in the detriment. It's not because you do that you don't bring quality, you don't bring structure. In the contrary, you need to be perfect. You need to be strong. You need to be assertive. You need to know what you do, and you need to know what you're talking about. You can't just fool people around because you don't have a presentation. So yes,
But
yeah.
I would assume that most of your clients know what needs to be done. Perhaps you bring the how. Is that correct?
I'm sorry to tell you, it's not exactly that, but uh, I make myself always. I'm always pushing myself not to bring the how, because I always want them to ask. I always ask them, why do you want to do that? For what reason you want to do that? Why do you want to change your invoice, your billing, your cash, or whatever? Why do you want to do that? At the end, what are you expecting of it? Don't tell me that you need that tool because you want to use Microsoft or whatever company to do all these whatever. No, I want to know why you want to do that, because maybe you could use something simple. Maybe you got already something in house that already could do that, but you don't know it because you have so many other technological helps.
Right.
Sometimes you don't know what you embark in your systems. So maybe, yeah, maybe you already have it, you're not using it, and maybe you could just use what you have, and you don't need to invest hundreds of thousand francs or dollars or whatever, um, because you maybe have already the solution in your house. And that's important, I think,
It
not
is
to
important.
come straight away with the how. Yeah,
Very clear.
I'm not a how maker.
You are well, I mean, you almost behave like a coach, right? You ask why, are you sure, etc. And
Yeah.
what other options there could be, etc.
Yeah,
etc.
because you want to go on holiday. You want to go to, I don't know, you want to go to Japan because everybody wants to go to Japan now. Let's say that as an example. You got many ways to go to Japan. You can say straightforward route, from Geneva, Zurich, whatever, and you take a plane, you go to Japan. Well, but you could also use other means to go there if you have time. Depends on the time, depends on the money, depends on it. But why do you want to go to Japan on the direct flight? Because you need to be there quickly, or because you can't really stand being in the train or on a boat or whatever, And,
Right.
and I think that's interesting to ask those questions to people before you give them an answer or before you give them a proposal, to understand why they want to do that and what's the reason behind that. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, I want to get back a little bit about your personal story because I'm
Yeah.
so interested to understand the things that has happened during the 30 years of experience that you have got as an entrepreneur. You
Mhm.
haven't been corrupted by corporates like Michelle and myself, which is good. Um, the challenges that an entrepreneur has had 30 years ago and has today, is it different? Is it more difficult? Is it easier? What the hell happened here?
Well, I think the challenges are still the same. They somehow seem to be different because of social media, because of all the noises and everything that comes around business,
Hmm.
today. But if you check the core, um, for me, the challenges have always been to stay focused on impact. Um, through the years, always staying focused on impact. And if you stay focused on impact, uh, that's to take away the noise, take away everything that gives a bad picture, that endangers or makes the picture a blurred. Even if you have new tools, even if you have new trends, even if you have a constant urgency that everything has to be fast, staying focused on impact, it's the biggest challenge for me since I started business, and today the same. And that's what helped me. That's my biggest challenge. Is always to stay focused on that. And I don't listen to many other things around because otherwise you transfer your energy to other things, and you dilute it and you lose control.
Mm.
And I don't like to lose control. So that's why I like to stay focused on impact. Yeah.
You know, the reason why I ask you the question is because in the last 10 years, we heard these trends of biotech companies coming around the lake and then
Yeah.
crypto valley and all the stuff. And back in the days, I don't think we were hearing anything about this spirit of innovation, the entrepreneurial spirit that of the Swiss people. In fact, from outside, everybody was saying, yeah, these guys, they're happy if they're making money with their banks and so on. But today we hear a little bit more from outside of Switzerland.
Yeah.
So is it really a big change? Is it easier for these people who are becoming entrepreneurs? Is it easier to make their businesses and make money in Switzerland?
Well, I think it's easy in Switzerland to create and found a company and make business. I don't think it's difficult. Even if you got lots of rules, lots of things to follow up, because you need to follow the rules, the state and the confederation, etc. You can make business, but then you see it's the environment, it's the competition, it's everything else. I think coming in Switzerland for innovation, I think it's good, because in Switzerland we have the capacity of innovation. Innovation is not technology only driven; it's also human driven. And you got a very good. You got skilled and you got humans in Switzerland who are in full capacity to help any new company to do good business. So innovation in Switzerland is good. Making business in Switzerland is good, but being different or make yourself stand out from all the others, probably that's the difficulty. It's not because you come to Switzerland and you open something in Switzerland. Switzerland trademark, as before, is not really that will create the singularity or the most different. Maybe for cheese, chocolate, or whatever. But if you do a biotech or whatever, you need other things than just a Swiss brand. And I think that's important. Yes, I don't know if I answered your question, but yeah.
Good. Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, it's all about, what value you bring and how you're different, and it's not the Swissness of it. I mean, you mentioned that you're a product of the Riviera Vaudoise, aren't you? Because
Yes,
you
I
mentioned
am.
Nestlé before, and
Yeah.
so your company is based in Lausanne, and you
Yeah.
work mainly in Switzerland, also Europe, from what I understand.
Yes.
And it seems to me that you found the perfect formula, and the Swissness is, we're just as you expected a Swiss to be for those that are outside of Switzerland, which is great.
Yeah, I think Swiss people are basically I mean, I'm not making general, but I find around myself Swiss are, even if we're not Swiss 100%. I'm born Spanish. My parents are Spanish, so I'm from the immigration, in 1950 something. So I'm born Spanish from Spanish parents from Madrid. I did all my schools and everything in Switzerland, even the army, I did it here. So I think it's this mixture of culture, as I said before. And I think in Switzerland, many, many, many people around us have that quality of mixing cultures, mixing origins, mixing languages. I mean, I speak Spanish, English, French. Unfortunately, my German is very, very bad. Anyway, but you've got so many people with those qualities, as well, extra. And I think that's what makes different and makes the quality in Switzerland, even in Zurich or even in Lucerne or even in St. Gallen, whatever. You have this mix, and that mix, combined with companies and an entrepreneur and all the other things that you can bring all together, it's something that creates a value to make yourself outstanding. Yeah.
For our listeners, a little bit of context. Switzerland has approximately 40% of people who are minimum second generation
Yeah.
abroad. That means that there is no more the typical Swiss. So
No.
mix. But what makes the strength of Switzerland, because similarly to Henri, I also came very young to Switzerland. It is that we become Swiss. It's almost like it's not forced, even if
Yes.
it's not enough original Swiss around you, you become this culture. It's almost
Yes.
like you don't have to force it. It's not like in France that everybody goes by its side. No,
Yeah.
in Switzerland, you become naturally.
Yes.
Maybe there is a period of time where I remember still some white friends who wanted to have even an accent because we were the ones in Geneva,
Oh,
ones with
yes.
accent.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
but it was a period of time. Everybody at the end has to do the army that we all hate, and
Yes.
go through the same process of adapting to a way of living with certain
Yes.
values in terms of quality, in terms of respect of others, in terms of caring about
Yes.
savings, and not showing off about money, and plenty of
Yeah.
little things that makes a real Swiss like us.
Yes.
Henri, I wanted to get back to because we have been talking about differentiation.
Yes.
What would you say is the element of differentiation of Damoa? What is the unique impact on the world that you're bringing with Damoa in a short sentence?
But I think we are. I think and I mean, I don't want to bring to simplicity again. I mean, it's human centered. We are human centered, simple, straightforward, and efficient. These three, four things, and we're not just consultants. I mean, we are enablers. We are also sometimes partners, and we also sometimes are allies. So all that combined, that makes us different from other companies who are too centered to themselves and they're not open to the others. So we always say that we are helping because we are also focusing on the others and not on ourselves. And that's my interest. I like to know what's your situation. I'm interested in you, and whatever the subject, uh, myself doesn't matter. I'm not the subject, So by putting that in practice, I think that's quite good because it works very well. It works very well when people they know they've got somebody that they can talk to, and and we are interested in them. We're not just interested in on us. Yeah, that's the yeah.
Well, I mean, you have managed the skill of being interesting without appearing to be interested, which is quite a skill. I mean, well done,
Mhm.
well
Thank
done.
you.
And focusing on the customer is fantastic. How does one become one of your customers? What do they have to do?
Call me.
And how do
And
they
have
find your
money.
number?
You call me, you send me an email, or you just call me, or just knock on the door, bring me some cookies or whatever, and we have a tea, coffee, chocolate, and we talk, and that's how it comes, nothing else.
And by the way, I'm going to be writing under this episode the website of Damoa, damoa.ch, and the link,
Yeah.
your LinkedIn profile, and Henri, because I think
Yes.
you are quite reachable in LinkedIn, right?
Okay. Yes. 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 It's easy to reach, and as I said, as I'm focused for to help people. I mean, just tell me what you want. Just tell me what's your problem. Tell me just how you feel, how you are, and there's no urgency. There's no rush. I mean, we can just talk, and then nothing happens. It doesn't matter. But at least we meet, we make contact, and we know about each other. And maybe one day we can work together. Who knows? No, that's how
Indeed.
it works.
Wonderful.
Henri, thank you very much for your time. I
Pleasure.
loved your story. I admire and I'm a little bit jealous that you have been entrepreneur for such a long time. Right?
Oh, it will come your time, because you're younger than me, so no worries.
Well done, Oi. Thank you so
Thank
much.
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank
Henri.
you. Take care. Bye. Thank you.